Well, thanks for that.
Welcome to SpandexCast.
You evil bastard!
I had that
Why
planned.
the hell would you do that?
I had that planned all along.
Oh my god, you twat! You're gonna have to do a lot of editing at the moment.
Anyway, welcome to SpandexCast.
Fuck!
Hey,
Dude.
shut
Can
the...
anyone else not hear anything now because of that?
No, I can't.
Guys, why are you answering? I can't hear you. That's fine. I'm hilarious.
Oh yes, truly.
Anyway,
put on the drama.
welcome to SpandexCast, the independent podcast about Power Rangers and Super Sentai.
And
awesome. Shut up. I'm this week's host, Red Mystic Ranger. Joining us this week is Raging Phoenix.
Hello.
And of course, good old Simon.
What up?
And this week we have a very special guest. You might have heard of his YouTube channel. Please welcome ImmaDeker.
I'm professionally handsome.
Awesome. No. You gotta do it, dude. You gotta introduce him again and make it sort of like so it's like fucking opera or
no, it's
halfway or some shit.
What's done is done.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
This is all in the podcast now.
Oh, great.
So professional.
Oh yeah, we are professional motherfuckers, but we ain't getting paid for this, so fuck this shit.
Anyway, thanks for that, Simon.
Anytime.
Moving on, Rage, give us the news.
Well, the only news I saw was from Kyoryuger. I think was a better picture of Kyoryu Gold, who is going to be in one of the next episodes, I guess, sometime soon. I don't know. Have you guys seen it?
True.
No. I haven't actually had time.
I don't research hoaxes. I don't do it.
I'm a lazy
believe in
bastard.
I don't believe in that.
Well, yeah, I do think it's gonna happen.
I don't. Because we've never really... There's no real precedent for Gold Ranger.
Rage, you also happen to believe in puppy dogs and rainbows being pretty things.
Yes.
Yeah. Bless the poor
Well,
bastard.
supposedly it's supposed to be the bird, Torin, their bird mentor.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Anyway, I do think it's going to be something like, Shadow Ranger in SPD, where, it's a mentor and he's also a ranger, but he won't show up too much. Something like that.
Hopefully he's not as big as
it could also be like Dino Thunder, Mystic Force,
Mm-hmm.
Jungle Fury.
So nearly every fucking thing of Disney.
All of the mentors.
Oh yes, God bless the mentors.
Let's just hope he's not as big of a dick as Kruger was.
Hey, it could be worse.
Kruger was awesome.
I could be a mentor.
Kruger was awesome, but he was kind of a dick.
That's what made him awesome. Like, he's crazy. Like, Jack, Jack, sit down, Jack. Alright, Jack. I made you homeless. Why? I could feel alive.
Yeah, it was like, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Was that in SPD or in Deca Ranger where his wife was killed or something?
SPD. Well,
yeah,
she wasn't killed, but he thought she was.
Oh,
Yeah.
killed, named, kidnapped, same bloody thing, minor detail.
Those are legally different things.
Minor detail.
But yeah, I don't know. Did you guys see any other news around?
I know there's some kind of, I guess, like, competition or giveaway thing in Japan right now of winning a Gabutira sleeping bag. What? Yeah, you can sleep in Gabutira's mouth.
Yeah,
I'd rather not.
I saw that sign.
I mean, you guys don't do that?
It's my dream.
Well, of course it would be. Oh, here's some news. Red here has a penis. Haha! Hilarious stuff. I can't believe it.
Really?
I know, poor taste, but fuck it. I'm in a cheerful mood. I've had coffee. Good coffee for a change. Not like
When I was 5, I slapped my balls on a radiator, and I just remembered. That's news.
Good times, brother. Good times.
It actually wasn't. It actually really wasn't.
Shh. No one cares.
There's
What
also
is-
another kind of weird thing. Some company in the UK is going to be making Megaforce bedding. Like,
What?
yeah, you can get Megaforce sheets and pillowcases.
I can sum that up in one word. Gay.
You're on a Power Rangers podcast.
Well, to be fair, maybe there's kids who would like that. I mean, I do remember that there were all kinds of crap of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers back when I was little. Like,
Oh, I had the bedding.
Uh,
I had a bag, I think. Like a
I'm not
rucksack.
sure if that's going to only be released in the UK because it's made by a UK company. They didn't really specify that, but
Only the
Well, it
Brits
would
would
be
be
nice
crazy
if they
enough to
would.
buy that, basically.
if that's the news, I guess we can move on to Megaforce discussion. Megaforce discussion.
The
This
episode
week-
of the week.
This week's episode was Harmony and Discord. What did you guys think of it?
Discord is
Oh.
definitely appropriate.
I liked it.
I did too. I really enjoyed Emma singing.
We didn't
You watched
notice.
Glee. You have no opinion.
Do you
I
watch
like the
Glee?
part where she sang and then Troy made a face.
Believe me, we all would make a face.
Like, I specifically enjoy the cut when it's a close-up on Emma singing, and then it cuts to Troy, who has no real expression. Like,
Yeah.
he's just kind of existing,
Yeah.
and it makes me remember Jaden, and that makes me happy.
I loved at the end that she was singing, and then, all over the world, everyone is suddenly happy, and I was like, whoa, they took this way too far.
Speaking of which,
Oh my god.
what is Saban's like view of the world? Do people in Britain still live in the 1940s?
Of course.
No, you idiot. Now, Saban's view of the world is this. Oh, you give me money. Money, money, money. I like money.
Well, to be fair though, I mean, to make it clear that it is Britain or any other country, they do have to go with
It had
stereotypes.
It had the Big Ben in it, though. I mean, that's
Yeah, that's totally 40s Great Britain.
yeah.
I think what they
No.
should have done is mix up all the nationalities so the African kids were in Britain, and you can have like the Egyptians looking around like the African village, wondering what's going on. Just to fuck with people. That's what I would have done.
mix it up.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, if they put the Netherlands in there, it would be clogs and, traditional clothing and windmills.
Yeah.
Wait, wouldn't that be Amsterdam?
Well,
Rage would be the
I
expert
don't
on
the
that.
know.
Netherlands would be like the country and Amsterdam the capital.
Yeah, Netherlands would be like Amish times or something.
Yep. I think, weirdly enough, the Amish even come from the German, although I'm not sure.
Amish times
Oh.
are present day because there are Amish people in the present day.
Yeah, they're very odd. Just ask Matt.
Did you ever see the series Breaking Amish? It's amazing.
Yeah, they should have called it scripting Amish because it was
That's
100%
true.
scripted.
But it was amazing.
That shit was fake.
Oh my god, it actually is a thing. He's not taking the piss.
Yeah,
I've
basically
just googled it there.
it's about 5 kids that are from Amish descent, and they, apparently if you're Amish, you get like 1 year away from the Amish society, and basically they made apparently fake documentary about it, which was amazing.
That seems kind of cruel
Yeah, just a
to me.
tad.
'Cause
Well-
you live in this gated community for your entire life, and you get 1 year. It's like, all right, now you can go out and enjoy luxuries. That
See, and
God.
Yeah, and the thing is, you get completely excommunicated when you
Yeah, when
when you
if you-
stay away. So basically, that's the way to hook you back.
yeah, if you decide to leave the Amish, you can never, you can't go back. They will shun you.
Yeah.
Like,
oh no,
one of the girls did, and like, she saw one of her friends from when they were babies. They've known each other, and this bitch just ran away.
Yeah, but that's excommunicating. I mean, usually their families are also shunned for a while. I mean, in the community.
What is this now, Amish cast?
Yes. Now let's get
did
back
that
to
not,
actual
did that not
Power
happen
Rangers.
in the episode?
Yeah.
I distinctly remember all of this.
SpandexCast.
All I
We
remember
occasionally
is
talk
doing
about Power
very bad
Rangers or
singing.
Super Sentai.
That is Jake's entire backstory.
One thing I going back on topic. One thing I did like about the episode was Gia, with her being kind of bitchy, going like, "Hey, turn the fucking music down," and then when they do, she just kind of smiles and like, "Thank you."
Well, she
she's like,
is kind of.
Bitch, turn that shit down, otherwise I'll kick your ass.
That's basically her entire character,
Yeah, I mean that's what I've been getting from her this whole time is kind of a bitch vibe.
which I like.
She's a
Actually, we
bitch.
don't have enough Rangers who are just douchebags, especially because it's Mega Force and trying to evoke MMPR, which is all about how everyone was happy and recycled everything.
Yeah.
We just need her to randomly litter and jaywalk and just do a bunch of shit. She would be the best character if she did that.
She needs to be like smoking a cigarette or something.
To be
Yeah.
fair, if they go that far, it
Often
usually
go
is like an
straight to
episode like
jaywalking.
Ranger Punks or whatever that was, where
Oh,
you know
Power
Kimberly and
Ranger
Billy
Punks.
had that one potion which make them evil.
Yeah.
Boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so evil, turning over trash cans and putting bubbles in the water fountain.
In the Power Rangers universe, that would actually kill someone.
Yeah, totally would.
Or, in fucking Wild Force, that's how a monster would come out. I see. That's what the MMPR reversioning should have done shit like that. It should have had like in Power Rangers Punks they knocked down a trash can, and then in the background a random scene there's just an org superimposed in the background, just kind of walking. That would have been the best shit.
Hands together, going yes, good.
That would have been the best shit.
That would have been fucking brilliant, man. But yeah,
Remind me a bit of I play World of Warcraft every now and then, and they now have a new section there, a new region where whenever you do something like when you are angry or whatever, a monster spawns because they feed on it.
Of course they do.
That's another thing about the episode that kind of threw me off. And after this episode, I watched the Ghost Ager equivalent of it,
Why?
and it
Why
just,
would you
just to,
watch
just to
Ghost
see
Ager?
how similar it was. But the monster grows, and like
No,
your first
really?
reaction would be to summon the Zords, but no, they stop and thank each other first. While this monster can just be knocking down fucking buildings.
Well, obviously, monsters always wait for you to, get ready to
Right.
face them.
And I know that was part of the Sentai footage, but really,
So that means
It makes me miss the wanton destruction of Samurai.
stamping on, trying to kill them. They're just sitting there all la-di-da and being like, yeah, I'm gonna give them a fair chance to get all their shit together so I can die.
ridiculous.
That is what Akiba Ranger is doing, right? I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but apparently there they do all the... Like, I heard that there was one episode where the monster actually tells them that they can't use their finisher yet because he's only just got there.
Oh yeah,
That's-
he actually does that.
That's what
There's
that's what it is, though. The show is basically just taking the piss out of Sentai.
There's also an episode where they teach a monster how to fight so they can beat the shit out of him.
I really have
It's
to
one of
watch
the
it.
few
It's just not
The
down
Kiba
on it
Ranger
yet.
is one of the few times that I watched Sentai and I didn't vomit.
Well, to be fair, I think that Ghost Sager was just it was just so sweet and everything. It was. I
Everything.
couldn't stand it. I was like, after episode 30, I was like, well, I'm gonna watch the finale to see how it ends, and that's it for me.
Just up to
You
30.
actually got that far?
Yeah, I wanted to see,
I've-
their special extra large mecha, which was disappointing as
I
well.
thought you were gonna say something else there.
I have never gotten that far in any Sentai I've tried. Ever.
The closest
Ever.
I got was Abaranger and Gokaiger.
How?
Didn't you finish Abaranger?
I got because Jeff, he was like, "Dude, watch it, you'll like it." So I was like, "Oh, right, yeah, sure." And
One
then
word.
eventually-
One word for you, Go Busters.
Do you want me to be as good a friend as the one who recommended you Abba Ranger? Because I can come to your house and beat the shit out of your firstborn child if you want.
I'd have to have a child first.
Well, I'll wait.
But yeah.
I realized that Abba Ranger, I just need to stay the fuck away from it when it took like 2 episodes, and then the character names were only revealed in an after-credit sequence.
Yeah, I mean
That legit happened. That was a real thing.
Yeah,
Well, I
don't.
liked it. It's still my favorite. Although,
Can you
I'm
imagine-
biased because it's the first one I saw.
Can you imagine working at Toei okay, you write 2 scripts. The first one was approved, and none of the characters had names. Think about that for a moment.
Well,
Think
did
about
they have
Toei's
names, or
amazing-
didn't they reveal them yet? Because to be fair, in Kyoryuja, I think that only now in episode 4 all the rangers are revealed to each other.
Yeah.
That's different. That's an actual structured plot point where it plays with the idea of how they feel about their identities with their lives. That's not, let's have the Aber Rangers show up, instantly have a super mode, then dick around for 2 episodes, and then after the credits, when all the kids are probably gone, they're like, by the way, my name's Dave. Those are not nearly the same thing.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is true.
But
I did like Abba Ranger mainly for Abaragira though, because that's just
what
an
everybody
amazing
says.
villain.
Because
He was.
everybody says Aber Killer is the best thing ever, but
Well,
it's like, I'm gonna put this cake down for you. This cake will make you feel amazing.
what kind
Down
of cake,
a bit.
though? That's the important thing.
That's the thing. It's the cake of your dreams. It's the cake of your dreams. It's your dream cake, and it's all the way across the room. It's like, oh, thank you, magical cake fairy. But wait, and then the magical cake fairy takes a big tank, just loads a bunch of shit on your floor. You have to walk barefoot through all this pig shit if you want your cake. That is basically what I hear in my mind when people are like, yeah, but Aber Killer was cool. And it's like, I
Yeah,
don't
but
care.
that's
I can
17 episodes away. Yeah, I get that.
Well, since we're on the topic of it, I guess this would be a good time to transition into Kyoryuger episode 4.
I didn't see it.
You were supposed to. It was part of your homework.
No one told me. All
Can
I
we
heard,
spoil it for you? Because I don't.
Well,
you're
you
fucking
still talk plenty, even though you don't know what the hell you're talking about. So,
well, of course, I can talk for fucking ages. It's called I am British and I like talking. Deal with it.
you're basically a woman.
You're like if I wanted to punch David Tennant.
Why would you ever want to, though?
He plays Doctor Who. That's enough.
Get out, Simon.
He played. He does not currently play,
Nope.
but he played.
It does seem like all the Brits hate Doctor Who, though. I don't know why they air it over there.
I've never met a British person who actually watches Doctor Who. I've never met. I never have.
Same here. It's
So-
like they've
But-
seen
but-
enough to know that they don't like it.
But it's been on TV for 50 fucking years. They've got to be doing something right.
Not on end though, because I think
On PBS.
the latest, they started it again with the 9th Doctor. I think
Yeah,
it's been on
yeah.
hiatus.
They were off the air for quite a few years, but
Yeah, I think even decades.
yeah.
First Doctor is still my favorite. I don't like the modern Doctors as much because they're okay, but they're all like quirky young people, and they're like, no, quirky's the good word. 'Cause they're like, hey, look at Kaboo, we're on a phone booth. But like, I like the older Doctors because they're just, most of the Doctors are older, eccentric gentlemen, but I like the first one specifically because he's an asshole. He just doesn't care. Like, he thinks everyone around him is retarded. And I just wish we could keep him forever.
I think
Again
he's
with
dead.
your time machine.
I already wasted it.
I think he's dead.
Oh, we didn't record what I do with the time machine. Yes, he is dead. He was a very old person.
Yeah.
You tend to die when you're already old in the 60s. We didn't record what I said I'd do with the time machine, did
Oh
we?
right, that's true. Oh well,
'cause I-
inside jokes and
I
stuff.
No, I'm going to explain it.
Okay.
So I want to say it. I'm the guest. And that means I say words. Because we were talking, audience, about how I genuinely love samurai. I like genuinely, and if I had a time machine, I would go back to the far reaches of the universe and then go back in time from there. And I would go to a Saban Brands board meeting, and I would tell Saban to commission, much like MMPR, an entire new horde of Shinkenger footage. So Decker can go back to life again, and then die again, and then come back to life again. And it's all a thing. It's just a thing that happens.
It's a vicious cycle.
So, but
Yes.
do you like it only for Decker though? Because I feel a certain.
I love every character. I love every character.
I wanted to say
Part
I
of
see
it-
a certain tank and cake analogy coming up again.
Because that show is great. I believe it's genuinely great because never have I seen a more accurate representation of a Sentai series. Because most people complain that Power Rangers kiddifies Sentai, but they're both equally stupid. And I love Samurai because it's just Shinkenger words, but through the voices of people who are told to act as broadly as possible. It's like if 4 kids dubbed Shinkenger. And that is the most amazing thing I have ever seen in my life. And I once saw a dog who thought he was people. And that's, I love that shit. Like I love, and part of it is because I've accumulated over the course of a year and a half, because I'm a pathetic human being, all these various weird, obscure running jokes about the characters. So in my mind, the characters are different. Like Mike is a serial killer. But I mean,
Can you elaborate on that?
maybe I wouldn't have to if you've seen my videos. There's a running joke in my account that Mike is a serial killer. There's my favorite instance of this is I don't know how many of you have actually watched Samurai.
I have.
I've seen
Okay, do you remember the episode
1.5
where-
episode.
Yeah, do you remember? Well, Matt, Stick Ranger, whatever your name is. Do you remember the episode where I think it's the one where I think Emily gets briefly comatose or something, but they're doing like the birthday celebration for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have there's a scene where Mike says he's really excited, and it's Emily's first birthday without her sister. I have a video on my account that has that clip, and where Mike is excited that it's her first birthday without her sister. And the description under it says, what was it? It was Mike's excitement over the timely relevance of his dead sister Barbie perturbed the team. and basically there's a mountain of running jokes where Mike is basically a murderer.
All I heard
some
there
kind.
was dead sister.
That's all you need to know. But
Oh, that's okay.
I do love Samurai because it is 4 kids Shinkenger, and it's kind of psychologically fascinating when you break it down, because all the people who love Shinkenger and hate Samurai will criticize it for things that Shinkenger also does. Like my absolute favorite was, this show drags on forever, and Shinkenger was longer. I'm just saying. So it's both a fascinating social experiment just to watch people comment on it, but it's also genuinely great in its own right, because it is absolutely the finest way to adapt a Sentai, just by word for word presenting it as stupidly as it actually is.
Well, to be fair, I think that just dubbing Sentai doesn't work so well, because basically that's what Wild Force did as well, and Wild Force was just stupid.
Yeah, but
Time
Time
Force
Force
was
did
shit.
the same shit. Time Force did the same shit, and everyone's like, wow, this is amazing. And I'm like, no, it's not. And they're like, wow, this story is so deep. I'm like, remember the part where Rancic is happy he's a white dude? Yeah, because it goes to that whole storyline where he goes into the, he's like the one, I think he's like the one American original part of it, and he goes into the past, and he's like, I'm going to start an insurgence because I'm, prejudiced against, blah, 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 and at the end he's like, well, I guess I was bad, and then the Time Force police just take him away, and then in Wild Force he comes back, and he gets his mutation cured. Speaking of time machines, I would want to go back in time again, and I want to refilm the ending of Reinforcements from the Future. I just want because when they're all having a fucking picnic and stuff, I just want there to be a scene where Rancic, just to play up all the Uncle Tom shit that kind of plays into his arc if you really pay attention, which you don't because most people are Power Rangers fans, and they're like, shiny colors, this is deep. So I just want to, because Rancic basically loses his ethnicity and becomes a pure human, white human. And so I want there to just, in that ending picnic scene, I just want there to be a bit where the cured Rancic is running around and he's just, I fucking love white people. and then the time in Wild Force Rangers are all just standing around and do one of those MMPR end episode laughs, like, ha ha ha, dun 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 dun.
Question though, would you still have the techno remix of Princess Shayla's song to the Deer Zord?
I would rather cut off my penis with a rusted bread knife.
I would totally have that.
Fuck
In
it.
fact, no, sorry.
That's the answer I wanted to hear.
Oh, sorry, correction. I would rather cut off Matt's head from a rusted bread knife.
See, like, but that's what kind of bugs me about certain things, because people were so happy that there was going to be originality in Megaforce, but you know that if the Sentai they were adapting was really super dark, everyone would have totally wanted it to be copied, because Power Rangers fans want to feel like they're big boys.
Which is
It's why Time Force doesn't get any shit for doing literally the exact same thing.
Yep.
which is something I'm afraid of when they come to adapt Go Busters, because Go Busters was really dark.
Okay. I saw like one episode of Go Busters, and like a homosexual looking Japanese boy was afraid of chickens. So I'm just gonna assume you're a liar.
Yeah.
It gets darker
I'm sure it does.
as the series progresses.
Well, to be fair with that
Wait, no.
description, I don't think that's very hard.
I saw that episode, and then I saw the one with Pink Buster, because it had the Gentleman Thief monster, and that thing was the best ever.
Gentleman Thief Monster, for real?
Yeah, he's got like one of his eyes is a monocle, his head is a top hat. It's the fucking best.
Matt, don't even make any British jokes at me.
I wasn't going to.
But you were thinking it.
Well, it does
I think
sound
the only
like
British
Simon.
joke, the fact that your personality seems to be the fact that you're British.
Oh, thanks.
By the way,
Speaking of which.
it's all great that this is all Kyoryuger discussion.
Oh, yeah, great stuff. Oh, on the topic of British stuff, I actually do hate Doctor Who. And Harry Potter.
Are we going back to that again?
Yeah, we
Sorry,
just
just
were
backtracking.
there.
I know. But I wasn't here, so now I am. Anyway, let's get on with the drama.
Yeah, let's actually talk about Kyoryuger. I'm kind of glad that we're finally now done with the whole introducing all the characters, because I mean I kind of liked it, but I also was ready to move on.
Of course.
It is one of the few Sentai that does not make me vomit in my mouth.
That.
Yeah.
I love Kyoryuger.
And that's great, since everyone beforehand said like they're gonna be dancing. Oh no, I'm not gonna watch this.
Yeah, like I said in the previous one, it really freaked me out because I thought they were going to be dancing when they were morphed or transformed, whatever. And I could just see Saban keeping that in. And I would
Them
think,
dancing is like every fucking end credit sequence in every modern Sentai ever.
Yep. Although
Yeah.
Like that literally
speaking
happens every time.
which,
yeah.
that is something.
Like,
that
I
does-
Not even good dancing either.
That is something about the ending credits of Kyoryuger. It really sounds like a song that would end like 14th in the Eurovision Song Festival. It's
You know, that really would surprise me if it got used.
it's just it's so cheerful, and you know it's something you'll forget within hours, unless Matt sings it to you.
Okay, if he does, can we kill him?
I
I'm
think
sorry.
I
I'm
think
a
you are
good singer.
planning to anyway.
You're just the least charming person I've ever met in my life.
I know.
Let's talk about Kyoryuger, yeah?
I think what surprised me about Kyoryuger the most, at least with episode 4, was the fact that it didn't. I was surprised that Green and Black didn't have a shared focus episode.
True.
Like they were done separately.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, kind of like how Blue and Pink had one.
Yeah, I like that episode. I think the thing I like the most about this is the fact that they're not trying to drag shit out, because in every Sentai ever they'll drag some sort of arc point way beyond its point of tolerance. Like if this were any other Sentai, Gentle wouldn't know about Amy until like the very end, and there would be like obnoxious obligatory "Where'd they be going?" But instead you have just an opening episode where he's like, "Holy fuck, you're the Pink Power Ranger."
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Pink Sentai Warrior.
You know, I actually think, if I'm not mistaken, next week's episode will be a Green and Black.
Well,
Yeah,
I think that's what I got from the.
Wait, isn't the next episode the one with Cyan?
Yeah, but he's only appearing in spirit form. Supposedly.
Yeah, but then he's the focus still. I mean, Ghosts can have focus as well.
Because I mean, he wasn't the focus. He wasn't the focus of the episode preview.
No, but that
He was
might
in
be
it.
All they-
because they
all
are
they're
like
really
throwing throwing a little hint so people are like, "What?"
Because all they really did was show his face, and they're like, and who is this guy?
Yeah.
Find out next week.
Well, yeah. So
Yeah.
the focus might be on him in the actual episode then.
Yeah. Who knows?
Well, we'll see in a few days.
I can't wait to see Candelila in action. I fucking love Candelila.
I like Lucky Oro.
I like
think that's how you
I like
pronounce his
him
name.
too.
He's handsome. He's handsome like my dad is handsome.
I loved in the episode where he just curb stomped Amy and kept saying, "Luck you, luck you, luck you."
I liked when he did anything.
Yeah. Kyoryu Black is really my favorite. I mean, yeah,
He's
it
awesome.
was basically established from the first episode that he's like the womanizer. So yeah, and he does fill that role really well.
I like all the Rangers.
I really want to know what's going to happen with, because if you notice at the end, the Igeron, whatever his name is, he has the jewel that Black's friend had when they were looking for.
Oh right, I
Yeah.
missed that bit. I was like, what the hell is that gem?
Yeah.
What
I
the
don't know
hell
if that's
isn't
gonna-
that gem?
Well, we still don't know what the gem is, but at least we know what the significance is.
Do we?
Well, that it's, that friend had it. Maybe it
I
has
guess
some
you're
powers
right.
as well, but
No, I shouldn't have questioned you. I guess you're right. No, but I like all the Rangers because usually when I watch a Sentai, it's always like some weird, like they're always really rigid to their theme. Like I remember watching Bokenger and I don't remember anything about any of them, but I like that all the Rangers in Koryuger actually have like their own little supporting casts and families, and like they have things that make them people.
Yeah.
Except in other Sentai
It's not
where
just-
it's like funny faces, which is the dialogue of every usual Sentai character.
Yeah. Mind you, I do not like some of the quite a few of the Sentai characters, because it's like, oh, this guy's the hothead, this guy's the cool guy, and all. It's like, dude, for fuck's sake, branch the fuck out of it, you know? Come on.
Well, it's only episode 4.
Oh, well, excuse me for having expectations.
I'm just saying, we got 46 more to go.
Really? I mean, oh yes, that's so wonderful.
Their time will come.
Decker, kill me now.
Are you a worthy opponent?
Depends.
Were they appointed for Uemasa?
Yes,
Mm.
I love. My favorite thing about Samurai, besides everything, was the fact that it was such a literal translation that like every time Decker's sword came up, they would always call it by its name. They would call it his sword Uramasa. Like they
Yeah.
wouldn't say Uramasa as if everyone knew what it was. They would say his sword and then Uramasa.
Yeah.
Because like that crap happens in anime all the time. And
well,
I
maybe
guess
they did it because most people hated it so much that they expected that whoever was watching it was watching Samurai for the first time.
To be fair, that
I
would not
envy
be a
those people.
surprise.
I envy anyone who gets to watch Samurai for the first time.
Uh.
I'd love to relive that magic.
I would rather not.
Well, I guess we know who started the Holocaust.
Yes, Matt, you are to blame for that one.
But no, I think that I've been wondering how much of the fact that Koryuger is actually great comes from Koichi Sakamoto. Do any
Yeah,
any of you-
I hear he's done one of the Kamen Riders as well.
He did the best one. Did any of you watch Forza?
No.
I got to like the 4th episode and I said, "Fuck this." I couldn't stand the main character.
I'm curious about something. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you hate joy? Like, do you see happiness and you have the urge to strangle it, like it's like you're a Klansman strangling a person?
I couldn't get into it.
Forza was the best. I think that was the first modern Kamen Rider I ever got into because I tried watching Kabuto once. Anyone ever see Kabuto?
Yeah.
Nope.
I have a question. I have 2 questions.
Okay.
One, did you like Kabuto?
Yep.
I could stomach it.
All right, 2. How do you get so much enjoyment out of being so bored?
Alcohol. Large
That does,
quantities of vodka.
because I didn't like Kabuto until I watched the Filipino dub. Right, because the main character, like if you think Forza is insufferable, I want you to watch Kabuto for 3 seconds. It's just this, I don't even remember his name. Like the main Kabuto dude is just the most insufferable douche. Like he's not even anything.
Well,
But he,
the thing is, he's very overconfident. Well, I shouldn't say overconfident. He's very
Oh, he is.
confident and arrogant. But at the same time, he has the results to back it up.
okay,
It's
follow
very
me here.
weird.
So he's Will from Overdrive.
Follow me here. All right. I've been thinking of how to improve Kabuto for a while now. We need to do an American version of Kabuto. Translate the scripts exactly and cast everyone with an actor from Power Rangers Samurai. Just for 5 seconds, imagine the main character of Kabuto as played by Alex Hartman.
I will have to die of laughter.
Now that you've imagined that, I will accept you thanking me for existing. I
love this guy.
Because Kamen Rider Forza was the first modern Kamen Rider I tried and didn't hate. And later I tried Double and found out that was actually also good somehow.
Yeah.
And but Forza, I loved Forza because it had, besides having a great supporting cast and genuinely endearing stories. Like the thing I liked about Gentaro was he was just a nice guy for the sake of being a nice guy. He didn't have any sort of stupid hang-ups. He was like a classic tokusatsu hero. He's very static and endearing. There's not a lot to him, but he's like the original Ultraman or Iron King or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually I thought that was interesting, and you could save all like the archy stuff and angsty hang-ups for everyone else. But I like Forza, partially because it's like a great combination of Kamen Rider and being the best Mighty Morphin Power Rangers remake ever.
And it kicked ass.
Yeah, and I like Kyryuger for a lot of similar reasons, and I wonder how much of it is Koichi Sakamoto, because he also did one of the theatrical Ultraman movies.
Did he?
Yeah, he did the, I forget, was the one that crossed over with the Mega Monster Battle one or something, I think? I can't remember they have like long ass titles, and I don't remember, but it's the one where, it's the one that introduces Ultraman Zero.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and like the only problem that movie has is that it sucks Ultraman Zero's dick way too hard. There's a scene, like he spends the entire time training in this stupid gay anime helmet, and he's just fighting and stuff, and then at the end he breaks free and he starts fighting, and it's supposed to be cool. And there's a character who literally says, "Wow, he's the greatest Ultraman ever," exact words. But besides that, the movie's great.
Apart from
like
the
there's
fact
this
it's
scene,
Japanese.
yeah, but there's like the scene where they go to, you get to see like the Ultraman planet, and it's literally just a planet full of Ultramen, and like they don't have cars, they just fly everywhere, and it's fucking amazing.
So it's Krypton, basically.
Yeah,
Or
and
wherever the Saiyans came from.
Planet Cheetah.
Oh, right, yeah.
So they just killed people and raped them. That's not anything like the Ultraman planet. Because they're superheroes. They don't do that. That's why I like Kyryuger, because everyone is pretty streamlined and simple. They have tangible arcs, and they actually can withstand, like they can actually sustain a story throughout an episode. It's not, and they don't have to resort to anything like, well, I guess we better talk to little Timmy in his boy shorts about how the Sphinx is taking people, and something just stare at this boy with his shorts. And like every character has an actual thing they can do and stuff, and it's just I'm watching it, I'm like, I don't hate this. This is entertaining.
I agree with you on that. I like that they all have different distinct personalities, and like you wouldn't think they would mesh well together, but they do.
Yeah, and you can see in the episodes like that are focused on specific rangers that they have indeed quite a bit of background as well, like with the friend that got killed, and where you see with Green that he's from that rich heritage and stuff.
Like they all have something interesting to do, And it's just refreshing. Also, their backstories involve fighting dinosaurs. I think I said everything that needs to be
awesome
said.
than that.
And I liked the new Koryuger because just in general, I liked Ian's story. I liked the monster.
I
like
like
Jim.
where his dinosaur is stationed above that fucking badass castle.
Yeah.
That
Although
was-
it did
that was
remind me a bit of Hogwarts.
And there's
Why
nothing
the
wrong
hell
with
would that remind you of Hogwarts?
I don't know, it just did. It was like
Again,
with the moon
you didn't
and
watch the episode.
Still, why would that remind you of Hogwarts?
It was a castle with a moon above it.
Watch the episode.
My butt reminds me of Hogwarts because there are
You mean it-
Hogwarts.
You mean because it's shit?
Heyo.
Okay, before Matt takes and turns repeatedly to, well, dismember me limb from limb, it's the awesomeness that is Harry Potter, let me qualify my statement with this. Yeah, you're gonna have to try a lot better and make me actually like something.
Hey, this is
What does that have to do with
a Potter
anything?
cast.
Still.
Hopefully, we won't get sued for mentioning them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Koryuger is great. I'm just gonna. I genuinely think it is great.
Are you
It's-
gonna make clips of that as well? Or have you already?
No, Toei snipes clips. Saban doesn't give a shit, but Toei snipes clips, which sucks because I used to have English clips of Kamen Rider Kabuto, and they were easily some of my favorite ones. Like, there was a good one. Yeah, no, there was like, maybe you can remember this. It's the scene where, I think, whatever his name is, Kabuto, man, he's like walking down the street, and I think someone throws something at him, like a knife, or tries to shoot him, or do something, and he's just like, I decide my own destiny, and then like nothing happens. Like, it's just like, oh. And like, I'm like, this is the dumbest fucking thing ever. Then I watched it in the English dub, and I'm like, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah, hang on. There was an English dub of it?
Yeah, in like the Philippines or something, because they have a decade dub now.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I actually did. I think I used to have Forza clips because Toei, they don't like that sort of thing. Spawn doesn't care.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's weird though,
I had a
because I
video.
thought that if it's under like a minute or something, it's usually legal. Or am I crazy?
it's not.
Crazy.
It's not legal. It's not legal, but it's more likely to go overlooked.
Ah, okay.
So actually, fun fact. If you go back in my account, I had a friend do this for me because I hornswoggled him into it. There's a video where it does the, you know how Antonio in Samurai has that instant replay gimmick for like 2 episodes, and then they just dropped it.
Yeah.
There's a video where I made a friend of mine comment on that like he was a sports newscaster, and I don't know if you follow Saban's account, but like a year later, they did a big sports ESPN newscaster parody of Samurai. And that day, I actually went to my friend, and I'm like, "You get a fucking sense of deja vu." So technically, I beat Sabando on their stupid gimmicks,
Well,
and for that, I win. Yeah, for
They
that, I
got
win.
it from you.
Maybe. I doubt it.
dude, you could sue them for copyright.
But no, Koryuger. In general, I think Koryuger is great, and not just because it's a Sentai I've watched more than 2 episodes of and already don't hate it.
Nice.
Because I think the only other time that's happened for a modern Sentai was Akiba Ranger. That's because Akiba Ranger is genuinely great.
I can't wait to see what Saban does with Kyoryuger. Like,
I
are they gonna pull a Dino Thunder and bring back some MMPR?
See, that's the tricky part because they already used both Dinosaur Sentai to go to high school, and I would have been cool with that being the Dinosaur Sentai's adaptation gimmick. Like every time Dinosaur shows up, they just go back to high school. Megaforce already did that, so you can't do that anymore. It's not special.
Well, to be fair though, it's quite a few seasons away still.
I hope that they, because they're merging Goseiger and Gokaiger, and there are elements of both in any given episode. I hope they do the same to Go Busters and Koryuger, just to see what they do.
See, I've heard a lot of people
Both of
suggest that too.
I want them to.
And it would work because they have the same amount of core rangers, four males and a female. So I mean, it could work.
There you go. There you go. Do that shit.
Well, we'll see.
And
I look forward
yeah, I
to
guess we
it.
fucking will, won't we?
Yeah, we will. And with any luck, it'll be awesome.
Though I think, I'm pretty sure at this point you're required, if you post on the internet about Power Rangers, you're required by law to have a shitty idea about how Go Busters should be adapted. At this point,
In there,
like because I think I'm pretty sure I've punched myself in the balls every time I've read RPM sequel.
yeah.
I'm just like, you know what? I can think of something more enjoyable to do with my time than read that, and I'd start punching my testicles for like 3 hours.
Okay, ow.
Not as painful as the alternative.
And what was the old... Oh, right, never mind. Disregard that. Yeah, that's the
Anyway, maybe it's time to round this up. ImmaDeker, we can find you on the YouTube. What channel is that?
ImmaDeker.
Well,
could've-
yeah, obviously, but I just wanted to.
Hang on, didn't I get
W-
established like in the first 3 minutes?
www.youtube.com/user/ImmaDeker.
Yeah.
ImmaDuckins.
Well,
And
we'll
make
put the
sure
link
you
up as well.
listen to this. Make sure you subscribe to him because he's fucking awesome.
I'm very handsome,
That too.
There's that too.
and I'm actually very immune to sexual impotence.
Anyway, yeah, Matt, I think we can round this off.
Yeah, I think that about ends episode 2 of SpandexCast. I'm Red Mystic Ranger. Thanks again for joining us, Raging Phoenix, Simon, and ImmaDeker. Thank you very much for coming on today.
Yay.
Holy
Anytime.
shit, he's actually not kidding. He is actually quite attractive in some way.
I told
And,
you.
see you guys next week.
Peace.
Bye, bitches.
Bye.
Later.